The Mudcrab merchant has one fatal flaw. He's located in the middle of nowhere, and getting to him is always a huge inconvenience. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to move the game's best merchant to Balmora, or really any other location of your choice, without using any mods or exploits. To make this happen, we're going to need a few custom spells, so let's get shopping. The first spell that we're going to buy is located in Balmora. It's sold by this guy named Felon Marion, and the specific spell that we're looking for is Command Creature. As far as I know, I believe he's the only merchant in the game that sells this spell. And if you haven't found this guy yet, he is located in Lady Thorana's upper chamber. Make sure you bring a levitation spell or potion with you, or you won't be able to reach him. The next two spells we need are sold by Marion Dren in the Balmora Mages Guild, and the spells we need are Levitation and Water Walking. I previously purchased Water Walking from him, so he's not selling it for me, but you can buy it from him. Next, we're going to make a couple custom spells. The first spell is going to be a Command Creature spell. Set the magnitude to 1, duration 30 seconds, and make sure it's on touch. If your conjuration is really low, I would also suggest making an enchanted item with the Command Creature effect. Another alternative is doing the Telvanni Mage quest line, because one of the rewards gives you a already enchanted item with the Command Creature effect. So next we're going to make a custom levitation spell, and this levitation spell needs to be on touch. Set the magnitude to 1, and then set the duration to at least 30 seconds. If your alteration's low, you can probably get by with it being a little lower, but more is always better. We're going to name the spell Levitate Other. The last spell that we're going to make at this guy is going to be a custom water walking spell. Set the duration to 30 seconds, and make sure that it's on touch. And you can name the spell anything you want. And once you have that spell made, there's one last spell that we need to pick up. This spell can be purchased in the lowest floor of the temple in Balmora, and the specific spell that we need is called Wisdom, which adds Fortify Intelligence on self when cast. So pick this up, and we're going to use this spell to create a custom Fortify speed spell. So I just want to say that this spell isn't necessarily mandatory for moving the Mudcrab, but the Mudcrab has like 1 speed, so this does speed things up quite a bit, and it is very helpful. I tried to do it without this spell initially, and it took super long. My restoration skill on this character is super low, so when you make this spell, just make sure the magnitude is preferably at least 20. Make the duration anywhere from 15 seconds to 1 minute, and make sure that the spell is on touch. We have everything that we need now, so let's start making our way to the Mudcrab Merchant. My preferred route is going southeast from Surin. I think it's a lot quicker than from Vivek. When you're running to the merchant, make sure that you kill any hostile enemy that you see along the way. The Mudcrab Merchant has like super low health, so it's very possible that once you start moving him, that other creatures could kill him in like 1 or 2 hits. Cast Command Creature on him, and then cast the Water Walking Other spell. We're using the Water Walking spell because there's a lot of slaughterfish here, and it's very easy for them to kill him. And once you cast both spells on him, you should see that he's going to slowly start making his way across the water and will follow you in whatever direction that you go. Just make sure that you continuously keep reapplying the Command Creature and the Water Walking spell effect, and also use the Fortify Speed spell on him so that you can speed up this process a little bit. When I did this the first time, I did not have the Fortify Speed spell, and it took an incredibly long time to get him from his location to Surin. I think it took like 20 to 30 minutes. So I really recommend making that custom speed spell, or you'll be doing this for a very long time, as you can see. It's a relatively straightforward process to get him from his original location to Suran using the Command Creature spell, but once you get close to the Silt Strider is when it gets a little tricky. He gets stuck on the steps because he's too wide, So you need to cast the levitate other spell on him. And then you should also cast fortify speed, and then command creature again. And then when you run up the steps, he should levitate and hover over the steps. And it might take a couple iterations to get him to fully go up the steps, especially if your fortify speed spell has a very low magnitude like mine does. Eventually he will make it up the first flight of stairs, but unfortunately we will have to repeat the process again to get him up the second flight of stairs to make it to the silt strider. And this part is a little bit trickier because the railings are higher, so it might take a little while to get him to float up over the steps, but you can see it does work. Another option that might be worth trying is you could try leading the Mudcrab merchant to Vivek instead of Suran. I think the trip's a little bit longer, but you won't have these steps to deal with. So choose your battles. You might find that to work easier, but ultimately this is what I committed to. When you get him on this landing here, he should now be close enough where if you speak with the Silt Strider, he will follow you to whatever city that you decide to travel to. If he does not follow you, it most likely means that he's not close enough to the Silt Strider. So yeah, once you get him to Balmora, just cast Command Creature on him again, and lead him to whatever location that you prefer to have him at. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments where you ultimately decided to leave him.